On July 21st, 1861, the Union and Confederate armies met in what was the first major land battle of the U.S. Civil War just outside Washington, D.C., near Manassas, Virginia, in what is variously called First Manassas by the Confederates or First Bull Run by the Union forces. The battle was fought by untried, hastily raised armies. Neither side was very well trained, as the course of the day's battle would show. The Union mustered roughly 35,000 troops under General Irvin McDowell, while the Confederates had slightly fewer at 32,000 under the combined command of P.G.T. Beauregard and Joe Johnston. Regardless, both sides only managed to bring about 18,000 troops apiece into the actual battle. Because the war was the latest new thing and thought to be exciting, many civilians from Washington, D.C. came out to the battlefield bringing picnic lunches along to watch the fighting. They did not know they were witnessing the first major act of what would become America's bloodiest war. The battle began as both sides attempted to maneuver for advantage. As the Union troops moved across Bull Run Creek, they ran into and attacked Confederate troops on Matthews Hill. For most of the morning, the Union troops had the advantage and drove the Confederates back. A final Union attack at 11:30 a.m. collapsed the Confederate left on Matthews Hill, and the Confederates fell back upon Henry House Hill to regroup and try to reestablish a defensive line. As the battered Confederate brigades reached Henry House Hill, the Virginia Brigade, commanded by ex-VMI instructor General Thomas Jackson, and Hampton's Legion met them in support. It was here that Jackson earned the nickname Stonewall that he would carry for the rest of the war. General B, commanding another rebel brigade, compared Jackson and his men to a stone wall, remarking to his officers that, "There is Jackson, standing like a stone wall. Let us determine to die here, and we will conquer. Rally behind the Virginians." The Confederates held at Henry House Hill, and around 3 p.m. the Confederates managed to overrun a battery of Union artillery and a regiment of Union infantry. Jackson sensed his opening and ordered a counterattack, which was wildly successful. After Jackson's attack, the entire Union line was threatened, and McDowell attempted to retreat back across Bull Run Creek. The retreat went well until they reached the creek, whereupon the Union Army fell apart and a complete rout of the Union Army began.